Welcome back, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you're having good luck with your gardening and all of your projects. And without further ado, let's get to today's project. So we finally finished the pad for our house. So we did 6 12 by 6 pads. Actually, the last one's 12 by 8. We finished that one a couple days ago. So now we have a big concrete flat spot to walk around on. The dogs love it. They run out here and play all the time. And then we're building an Arizona room out here. So today I dug some trenches so we can start forming up the footer for the concrete pad. And I had to get the ground wet because everything's dry out here because it is the desert. And I used too much water and I can't pack down the mud because it's soaked with water. So now I gotta wait. Big thank you to Pete for letting us borrow this wonderful tool here. That's how I was able to compact this down. We were using this thing for all the concrete pads in here, but I got to use that on this one, this last pad here. I know it's dirty. I've been walking around on it and spraying it with water too. That's why there's weird colored spots on it. The water here has lots of minerals in it because it comes from underground. Don't look too closely. We are not experts. I don't claim to be an expert. I've only been doing concrete for a couple days, so we're still learning. There's a lot of things I did wrong here, but that's okay. We don't have any cracks. Well, actually, that's not true. There's one little tiny crack right here. There's a little teeny tiny crack. It's so tiny. Well, we're gonna sand all this down, then we're gonna acid wash it, and then we're gonna stain it. So it'll probably turn out pretty good. There was a lot of flaking that happened here. I think, well, obviously I don't know what I'm doing. So we poured the pad. The next day we started to sprinkle it with water, and it just started, the surface is just peeling up like this. So did something wrong. Was mixing it backwards or something, I don't know. Maybe I was bowl floating it too much, and I don't know. There's all kinds of things going on. It's hot out now and it's really windy, so the wind dries everything out really quick. So I've been trying to stay on this and keep watering these things. I'll do that for a while. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna do a footer here. It'll probably be about 10 inches wide, 10 inches deep or so. It doesn't have to be super massive because it's gonna be just holding up a small roof. It'll cover this area here. And it's 20 foot by 12 foot. So it won't be a very, very big roof. So it doesn't have to be super duper heavy. It's not going to be tens of thousands of pounds. But we're going to do a nice footer anyways. Just so it'll last the rest of our lives. And I don't have to fix it when I'm old and broken and hobbling around on a cane. I got to take this board out. It is in the way. I was just doing some testing earlier. We got the laser level out. And we got this little guy. Been using this a lot to measure the distances in between items out here. You can put it up against the wall and see what the distance of something is. 11'5". So the shipping containers are crooked and they're not level. This one's not level anyways. This one's perfectly level, but this one was just sitting on rocks. I didn't know what I was doing when I put it in place, and couldn't really do anything about it, so you won't be able to tell when it's done. But this side down here, it is 12 feet wide, and then that end over there, it's 11'5", so we lose about a foot. And then our seams did their job. You can see the crack goes down the seam. And these are all connected together with rebar. There's 3/4 inch rebar running the entire length of this. There's 3 of them, one in the middle and one on either side. And then 8 1/2 inch sticks going across from this side to this side on all those. And then this is gonna have a bunch of rebar in it too. And then the footers will have rebar. We got a whole bunch of rebar here. Thanks to the father-in-law. Thanks, Dad. We appreciate that. We will use this. He bought it for his project and they wound up not needing it. Well, there we go. This is gonna be a great place to hang out. We got the dogs always playing. Always playing. Say hi, everybody. Don't bite her ear. That's not nice. She's gonna get mad at you. Oh, we got what, four more pallets of concrete. I just put the truck over there because I was using the tractor and it was in the way, so I gotta back that up over here and then unload the concrete, put it on this pallet over here. And then big thank you to Bisbone Ranch, Mark and Heather, for letting us borrow the mud mixer. We've been using that for the pads, and then we're going to use it for the footer, and then the final 3 pads for the Arizona room. This thing is really awesome. It is a great tool, and we're very blessed to have friends like Mark and Heather that will let us borrow this. It is really wonderful. So is the tractor. Don't get mad. That thing is so useful. I don't know what I would do without it. You can't dig out here with a shovel. I mean, look at the rocks out here. That's bigger than my foot. And anywhere you dig with a shovel, it just goes tink because there's a sinking rock there. Oh, and thank you to our neighbors, Chris and Rebecca, for letting us borrow their bull float. They're very nice, very gracious to let us use that. So we've been using that too. And we're keeping all these tools nice and clean and taking good care of them, because that's what you do when you borrow tools from people. You take good care of them. And then we got some plastic. It goes up and over the lip there. I think we'll put some foam there too, because you don't want this pad attached to that one, because if this heaves or something, well, I guess it wouldn't heave. It doesn't freeze that much out here. I mean, the ground doesn't freeze at all, actually. But there we go. A little progress report. There's our I-beam roof structure. I think we're going to leave that up. We kept hemming and hawing about what we were going to do with that, and I've already welded those up there. They're already there, so we're just going to use them. Those are load bearing, so they're I-beams, so nothing we put up there is going to crash through them. So that'll be way down the road. We're going to finish the Arizona room, and then we're going to start building the roof for this thing and the roof for the Arizona room. And once the roof is all done, then we can start framing in the walls and running electrical and start buttoning this project up. And then I'm going to sit right here on the couch and I'm going to watch TV right there on the wall one day. And then I'm going to use the big shower. We're building a 4-foot by 6-foot shower. It's many times bigger than the one in the camper. That's going to be so wonderful. I can't wait. But we're going to wrap this video up, so thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions or comments, pop those down below, give us a thumbs up, and as always, keep building and try to be good to each other. Some of us aren't here for very long, and a little bit of kindness will go a long way. So God bless you all, and peace. Look at that view. There's a doggo.